You probably just let it go now.
What's up, everybody? This is the poker coaching study session. Today we're looking at big blind defense. We might do something else later. So,
Yeah, you can just let go.
um, oh,
hmm I think you continue with the gut shot now.
I need a spade.
I don't think you continue with
I
the
wanna
dummy and
raise,
cards are like you could raise,
but I want a
raise,
spade.
raise or fold. But you don't
Oh.
have like that many raises on this board.
you call here?
Raise with a
I'm
spade.
folding.
No,
This
I
fold.
think
one.
I think it
Like he has all
mixes.
of the like you're not drawing to the nuts. Like,
I think you mix folds and
and he has
calls.
from low jacks, he has a lot of like these better straight
Yeah, I
draws.
agree. Just muck it.
Need a spade.
Yeah, you're drawing to the ignorant end of the straight.
With the spade, do we have calls or is it mainly raising?
Barely playing with the spade.
Still kinda meh.
So this is really too weak.
Hey, what about with the 1.1? If he goes 1.15, bets the 20%. How does that change our defense there? Oh, you can just change it real time like that, huh?
Makes
There's
it
the
a
answer.
call every time.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, they're a little something.
Just a little something. Seems like a good call. Yeah, I don't know if he
Checking in.
folds. I don't know if he folds. You
He
fold or
folds.
Yeah, we
stack?
fold now. Yeah, we fold now. He made it easy.
If he bets one, you
Gotta
wanna raise this
continue.
one? I
Yeah,
think we need a
maybe.
proper gutter.
Well, you
Eh,
kinda
maybe
have
not.
to, you kinda do have a proper gutter, like a seven's good, a five's good, a two's good, a three, or not a three, a heart's
You
good.
just don't have like that many raises on this board. Like your value, so you don't need to have like a
But they come
unending
from
number of
this
flush.
region when we do.
We just fold
Ace,
or the.
yeah,
But I
four-
think we
ace-high
wanna
board,
use
just fold.
four deuce and five
I
deuce,
think this
not
one might
six,
be
four.
one, cause
Think
I
folding's
mean, might be
crazy.
with the frequency, but like you have all of those.
Alright, we do use it.
Those
Yeah, like I was saying, like folding seems crazy. I don't know. This one just seems like the nuts. If like you get if you get like a five, you can make like a higher straight versus like his wheelies.
yeah,
Yeah, I would find it with 4-5, but not with 6-4 there.
Yeah. Now we know. Call.
Mm-hmm.
every time, right?
Yeah,
Donk.
No,
Yeah.
no way.
Three,
I
Versus
don't,
Yes,
thi-
way.
UTG.
I don't think it's
Only
like
three,
it's.
four.
There's
The
only
back-
one straight. Like if it's 3, 4, 5, that's much better than
Yeah,
twos, 5, 6.
It's
Like
six
you
high,
are you
donk.
don't even have like the offsuit maybe against under the gun.
50-50.
no, it's like.
No, it's check. He has a lot of overpairs. Like it's
Is there
you're
even
not-
a sliver here?
It's 50-50.
No,
No,
I
it's
think
50.
if
I
you're
don't
gonna
think
find
there is.
donks, first off, it's EP, so there's gonna be less. And if there is, I was gonna say it's gonna be like 20% or something.
What's the
If
rate?
it was
Like
like,
I think it's
if it
like
was like
very
cutoff,
little.
if it was
Yeah,
like
you can
cutoff
go.
or something, you would have more.
Overbet.
against early possession, you really want them to be more connected.
I like 8, 7, 5 here, I think.
What's that?
It's
what?
not even an option.
I'm sorry, I said 8, 7, 5. I read 83 and then I was reading 4, 7, 5. My brain
Oh,
broke.
I would go seven.
Seven's too much.
Well, so it
Says
is a
you.
rainbow, it is a rainbow
Seven's-
run out. It is a
Seven's
rainbow
gonna be
run
in
out.
there.
It,
There's-
it might.
There's gonna be over bets.
I
whenever
think if you
there's-
make it a six of hearts or something, you won't see as much.
Why?
but because of the rainbow run out. You probably will.
You think?
He's gonna have a harder time continuing. He doesn't, like, he just doesn't have reasons of the range that pick up equity.
Whenever it goes check, check. We do get over bets when we bet the turn.
Look at all those 7.
So,
It brought down the 200% a little bit. The 125 still pretty popular.
Unless the nuts change.
yeah,
Man, that 875 worked out pretty good, huh?
You've got no jacks. Go for value with your value. You got,
All in.
for value.
Wait, but he called us. I give up.
yeah, but he's
all
got
in
no
for
jacks. We gotta
value.
go. I don't think we
Called
have to
you.
go all in, do we?
He called you with ace four. Alright, so, alright, how about this? If we bet, what are we targeting? What is he continuing with here with the check back? Ace five, maybe?
I'm targeting everything that's not a pair.
He needs
Yeah,
to-
what does that mean, though?
Means I don't have to go huge.
So what is he continuing with that's not a pair on the turn?
Ace highs, king, queen, maybe. We
You think
like
he's calling
high,
king,
high
queen?
lows with the, gutter draws.
I could see gutter draws.
Yeah, like
King,
if you
queen,
have a 6 or a straight, you're supposed to jam with 5. You're probably betting, but not jamming.
I like
You-
jamming
you
here,
you
I
can have
think.
like jack 3 suited or something like, so you have some jacks, those are not probably going to jam, but.
Those
might
will
bet.
jam, I bet.
I don't know, guns
My-
got like backdoor ace seven, king seven,
My 6x wants to
Uh,
jam,
ace
and I'm,
wheel.
Yeah,
so my
Uh,
9-7 off one, or my
I'm going
9-7
9.5.
wants to
Oh.
jam.
Check.
Uh-oh,
I love it.
uh-oh.
That's
How
why I
are we
wanna
not-
overbet turn, cause then we have more clarity over his range and we have an easier give up.
Oh, so
on
that's it.
river.
When we overbet turn, is that our bluff and then we give up? Our
Yeah.
No,
bluff?
but we didn't overbet the turn.
We didn't, but we bet 80%. It's like similar effect.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
like
like,
you're betting
because-
large out of position, it means you're gonna have a lot of like give ups on the next street, but it's.
Because the turn is a club and brings in, all 4 suits. He doesn't have equity on his flush draw, so his equity that he's gonna try and realize is gonna come from the straight draw. So he's gonna be here with a lot of cards that contain a 3 and a 4. When he has
Yeah,
those.
maybe. Well, why don't we look at the range?
He doesn't
instead
have a
of
lot
trying-
of threes and fours. He's
It-
got
yeah.
ace three,
Where's his
ace
range instead of just
four.
guessing
It's
at
under
it?
the gun one, so we know it, he doesn't have like king four suited, right? It's
Yeah, we
not
don't,
that,
we, well, yeah, I mean, we know that, but we don't know what he has on the turn here after we blast him. Like, we don't care about the river. We wanna see the turn. Yeah, this range. Okay, so like, what are we targeting here?
Is that it?
Alright, so somebody did say the wheels, which is a pretty strong continue here. The wheels are a pretty strong continue. Ace highs.
Yeah.
King, Ken was saying king queens, which I thought was insane.
well, usually it's the word, like,
7-8,
like it's in there sometimes, the
9-8.
king, queen doesn't fold sometimes, but it's in there a little bit.
Then, yeah, I mean, like, that's basically it. Like you have
9-8,
7-8.
7-8, we block both.
Yeah, I
is
wouldn't put too
bad.
much weight on those, right? The wheels, like you're targeting ace high with this bet on the river.
Ace seven, ace eight, king seven, king eight, ace nine, king nine, ace 10, king 10.
Okay, so when we make it to the river and this jack comes, what are we supposed to be betting? What's the range look like for us in the big blind now that we kinda know what he's got? So there's not a ton of jamming. There's a lot of this 9.5, which is like half pot.
You're going for a lot of thin value as well. You're betting your twos, their value bets probably, right?
I think yeah, I think Danny nailed it actually. Like, so having a 9 and a 7 is not great. Like, we do a lot of bluffing, but because we didn't recognize at the time that he has 9, 8, 7, 8 as part of his continues and we're blocking some of that. I think is kind of a key point here. Cause look, if you, well, sixes are. So like, well, jack's a pair. It doesn't look like it's doing a lot of like low equity bluffing, actually, cuz there's just so much pairs to pull from. 10-4 is kinda going nuts. That's what,
Bluffing
it
ace
wants to,
queen.
10-3, 10-4, it wants to have a straight blocker, I guess.
It's
The jack,
no,
the
it's
jack's real
not a
pairs.
straight blocker. It's like you're blocking his blockers. Like if he has ace four and you jam, he's
If
gonna
you have
snap
a
call.
3, if you have a 3 and it's 2, 5, 6 on the board, that is a straight blocker.
See,
Yeah,
to
but
me, that's,
you are not blocking his straights. It's not a straight blocker.
I think you misunderstand what I'm saying. We have straights he doesn't have, and we have a card that blocks the straight. As in, like, you're betting 9-3 as if you have 4-3.
in my mind, like a
Yes,
three
Yes,
and a
but the
four.
reasoning is not because you're blocking straight. The reasoning is because you're blocking the hands that you're blocking his blockers. Like
I don't really know what you're saying.
he's gonna call you with ace four if you jam because that's blocking your straights. If you have a four yourself, you are removing ace four combos that are his calls.
Oh, that clears up what I was gonna ask. I was gonna
Would he
say, I
call
don't
ace four?
understand. God, can't I
I'm pretty
talk?
sure he would because
Alright, finish.
that's your
Just keep talking, Ken. You know how it goes. Just keep talking.
and it's also like jack four,
Ken?
jack three are like your bluffs because
Ken?
additional equity. So having 4 or 3 blocks your values, I think we can check. Does it work? I think if you're jamming, he's gonna call with like ace four or
I'm sorry, Ken?
Alright,
I think we lost Ken.
did
What
we?
have you done to Ken?
Wait, would he call ace four here if we jam?
no, it's a different three.
Huh?
That's how I feel.
Wanna jam?
No, but this is different tree. Like this is the check tree.
So this is the bluff tree, which honestly, I don't really get the strategy here. Well, we don't bluff a side, we don't bluff our best king eye. We bluff anything from deuce to six.
Like you're picking just like bluffs, like you have too many bluffs. If it doesn't have any showdown and it has somehow good blockers, you're gonna bluff it.
Yeah,
Huh?
you're bluffing your queen high and then you bluff kind of the bottom pairs up there.
So
And
you were saying that we're betting like the 4 because we're blocking his calls, right? Is essentially it, like, okay, so then why aren't we bluffing ace 4 or ace 3?
Ace four has showdown. He has king eight, king
Okay, then
king queen.
why aren't we betting 7-3 or 8-3?
Seven is somehow bad blocker because he has king 7-7-8. 3 is good. 7 or 8 are bad because he
So
has
those are
like king
blocking,
8.
those are blocking folds, though.
Can I give
His
my take?
Yeah.
folds.
Yeah, and you don't want to block his folds when
Yeah, he's gonna have sevens and eights in range.
you want to block his calls and
Can I give my
unblock his
take?
folds.
I would like to hear
Alright.
your take, Danny.
My take is that we need to follow through with some bluffs and the best bluffs all will have a card that we don't really wanna have, like a 3 or a 4 or a 7 or an 8 or a 9. So we simply eliminate the ones that have 2 bad cards, like a 9 and a 7 and a 3. But we continue, I mean, 9-4 is still bluffing, but I feel like we don't want both bad blockers. Cause we want him to fold ace 3 and ace 4 and 7-8 and stuff.
The showdown thing's kind of interesting to me because we were betting ace queen, which has showdown.
It's for value. He's calling with a lot of ace
And
high.
then why weren't we betting ace king?
He has more kings in his fold range, and probably
We just don't have
he's
ace king in
gonna.
We
range.
don't have his king.
But ace 10, okay, so ace 10 then.
He said what?
He has ace jack, ace queen.
Yeah,
Like, those are
but
gonna call. You cannot value it.
you don't have any frequency.
No, we don't really.
We're here by a hair.
I mean, except for the top end, the bottom end makes sense. You bluff from the bottom up. And it also looks like, I don't know if you remember the old thing that Ed Miller used to say before GTO came out.
Who's Ed
Continue
Miller?
70% of the range.
Okay, here we have a spade. Have great interaction. So let's go with raise to 6.
This one calls some too.
I think
But
I
you
like
also,
raising.
if you call 10, 8 and 9 are pretty decent outs, but if you raise, they are much less good, so
So what?
you kind of lose equity when you raise, which is not great, but it might still be like a raise.
This is a majority raise in my.
I like raising because you have backdoor outs and you have direct outs.
Good, I
And
got
it
the
actually
size
raises
right.
the majority of the time.
I just have the wrong size here.
Yeah,
So yeah, this is a great candidate with the spade and blah, 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 blah. Turn 4, it's we got the 8 of heart. Do we go for it with the 8 of heart?
You block
like-
both,
I like-
both of his flush draws, which is gonna continue, so
Yeah,
I like
But
betting.
I
just
also
don't know how
think the
big.
4 is a good card for us too.
Bet small?
Yeah.
So double flush draw. Uh. Alright, if you have like 6-8 here that you check raise and you make the straight, like 6-8 of clubs, do you wanna bet small or do you wanna bet large?
large.
I think so too. That's why I'm kinda torn. I don't know. But we're blocking both of his flush continues, so. I don't know, man. In game, I might just kind of. Bet small, I guess.
so
If
one
you're
question.
polarized on the flop and he didn't really improve on the turn, so you're mostly gonna bet large, like what did he
I
improve
kinda,
here?
yeah, I
So-
kinda like Ken's answer too, like 55% seems pretty good.
Hold on before you push it. So if the river bricks off, no spade, no heart. And we don't hit the straight, if we're going to continue this bluff, if we're gonna jam it. We want the jam that we have left over to be big enough to be threatening, to get to get pocket jacks to fold or something like that.
Yeah, well,
So the bigger we
that's,
bet now. Because his hearts now, any hearts that he floated will continue.
well, there's also a competing idea there, Scotty, because like the nature of the board. Means a lot of his equity is gonna be locked up in river cards completing things, right? Like, it doesn't matter how big you bet here, he's gonna continue with the, with ace 3 of spades, right?
Okay,
But he's gonna fold to like an disproportionate size on the river with a lot of those continues. Because when cards brick, his hand just basically goes to 0. Not ace 4, not ace 3 specifically, but there's other ones like that. So the idea of front loading some of the value here to extract from those parts of the range, I think does make some sense.
Yeah, and
Okay.
you don't really think about the
Yep.
sizing doesn't really have to do with like your bluffs. You don't care. The bluffs follow the values. You think what your values are gonna do, and then the bluffs follow.
Hey.
So this 6 comes in, that's like, we have the nuts now,
jam.
so you just jam.
All the cookies.
Yeah.
I tell you, it is kind
the
of
only
interesting,
option.
like, let's say if it was like the deuce of clubs. I would be curious if we would prefer to bluff with the spade heart compared to like club or something. Cause we're kind of blocking the parts of the range we don't wanna be blocking at that point.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah, we'd
yeah.
have to
On
give
the
up there.
turn, you like the block, and if it's a blank, then you don't love it on the river. If like plus
Right.
completes, it's a better bluff. But I don't think like how often do you have here like a hand that doesn't block any?
Yeah, it's kind of in the weeds. It's more of just kind of wanting to understand the strategy, I guess, in my
Yeah,
mind. It
spade
doesn't
heart
look
gives
like it
up.
Spade
doesn't really.
heart, yeah, spade heart
Okay.
usually gives.
So spade heart does
Does
give
give
up. This is what I was hypothesizing, because it's like at this point, we're blocking the value. Now, if you made it like the deuce of hearts, or the deuce of spades, I wonder if it would, how it would affect this. Like,
Blast.
I think it
Well-
might be enough for it to bluff.
Yeah, then you're like, if you have a plus complete, then you're blocking the
Actually,
which is
no.
Negative. Some of the other combos just start giving up too
Affirmative,
now.
I put the deuce of heart here, it's bluffing every heart.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
bluff the
it's
heart.
actually, it is
Having the
preferring.
Every
spade
heart
is
but the
bad.
nine- Every
yeah,
heart but the 9 of hearts, 8 of spades.
yeah,
How-
but yeah, the notice like it likes having a heart, it dislikes having a spade, so they kind of, if you have both, they kind of cancel each other out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's,
every-
yeah,
the
yeah,
It
spade
yeah,
is
is
yeah.
bad.
somehow more important because it's the front door.
Yeah.
So it kind of overweights it a bit, but like,
I just think it's funny that 9, 8 of, with the 9 of spades, you do it some, with the 9 of hearts, you do it none. But the theory's there. Yeah, it makes total sense.
Mhm.
Blocking.
yeah,
is-
Yeah,
and,
it's kinda-
it's
it's kinda
like
screwed.
against low jack, so he 9 has a lot more interaction with his range from low
If you
jack.
have 9, 8 of spades, you do it all the time.
Yeah,
I didn't even see that. The suited one.
these
Uh-oh.
benefit from calls.
It's just check give up to me.
It is.
Oh, yeah.
I,
I think
I
it's
call this all the time, but I'm curious if we have three bets from this region. I
I
don't
think
think
think.
broad, you have absolute broad base a frequency. Nobody
Think
finds
you-
them. I don't know. King Jack might be like
You get like,
a bit super optimal because like then he's calling out his weaker kings and calling like King Queen and
how about king 9, king 10?
I kinda like those better.
King 10 is kind of not great or like 10 is not that
King,
so. Yeah, King Queen, but then it's
King,
also like
queen.
not so like Queen Jack. I think would
Tens, nines are better.
Yeah.
Jacks are kind of blocking. So like, I think, when we three bet from the big blind, I think we're getting folds from like king, jack off, queen, jack off. So you don't wanna use those because you're blocking the folds essentially. Like he's gonna, it's kind of the bottom of his opening offsuit branch over there, right?
isn't it like 10? Like
I'm not sure. I'm not
yeah,
sure.
10s is his folding, but like if you have a Jack 10 and he folds something like Queen 10, then it's like pretty good result. But Ace 10, like you see, Ace 10 doesn't love three betting because with Ace 10 making a 10 fold is worse than making a 10 fold with Jack 10 offsuit. But with Ace 9 getting a 10 to fold is pretty good because it's an overcard and you don't dominate. And it's also like King 9 is because King 10 starts to dominate some of those 10s that fold. Then King 9 is kind of relatively better.
Feels crazy bluffing on these type of textures, but I think it does do some raising on these type of
Wouldn't be
textures,
surprised.
especially with
Oh,
the
okay.
spade heart.
You have showdown, so I don't think this is especially good.
I would raise, I think.
It's got some.
It does a lot of calling, to be fair, but yeah.
It's a call, but what then? What do you do when you call?
Fold
Well,
the turn.
Hopefully hit your turn.
Donk. Well.
You-
Guess we don't get to donk the 10. He's got offset 10s in range, right?
He's betting range, so the 10 is like, it's better for you, but it's not like
He has plenty of 10s.
awesome, great, yeah.
He's got like jack 10 off still, right? Some frequency at least.
Yeah, ace high boards are pretty range betty, so that's just what that's gonna be.
Jack of spade. Do we
I
go
don't think we
jack
go
of
all
spade?
in. All in's
You have
crazy.
showed like you're still beating a lot of hands, Queen Jack.
Eight?
So I don't.
I'm
Maybe
torn,
I
man.
check raise.
Like a
You can
75%
win versus like check check and
We have work, are we gonna bluff from the bottom up? Our spades probably, right? So this might just check like you're saying.
We block king
I,
10, jack 10, we block the flush with the spade. This is pretty good.
I think a king's bad.
yeah,
The
but you
king is
also
very bad.
also
That's the
like
only thing.
you
Heart is
also
good
block
or
like
bad?
it missed queen, jack, all of
Well,
like
heart is
so-
like neutral, so they.
Yeah.
They nullify, so this might not be the best combo, right? So we
I feel
Yeah,
like
and
checking is better
you
here.
have showdown. Like,
Oh,
No.
we're so bad.
I had it
Yeah, you did have it. You were right.
85%. You just blast it. And then you pray.
Look at the range.
We got an ace to fold.
Did he actually fold?
I thought for sure that would be from the bottom up. We would bluff. Whatever floats we had around the 4,
I think it's just the jack of hearts is playing into that, Ken.
9, 8. Yeah, it must be.
He's folding ace deuce, ace three, ace five, ace jack.
Yeah, but I wanna see our bluffing range. I bricked it. Pretty
There's
hard.
gotta be some king jacks that, yeah, okay, so a lot of them do check. It's probably around the spades.
Yeah, roll over
it
king jack.
has to be like
What are nines? They're bluffing, right? Pocket nines are bluff? Gotta be.
It's the spade. Eight of spade. Pocket six with the six of spade.
Alright,
You turn
6
this,
maybe.
you turn the six into a bluff, Ken?
I know, but I'd rather do it with 6s than 9s.
there can be like some weird hybrid stuff. Like it can have like semi values, like they can make like some hands that are better to fold and some hands
Well,
that are worse to
6s
fold.
can get like, right, 6s can get like pocket 7s to fold, right? 8s.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
nines also block a lot of the buttons, tens.
Okay, I thought I traded bluff, but I've never thought about queen eight offsuit. What about you?
Nines could be value there, trying to like extract from
This
eights
is-
and
It's a
sixes.
board coverage hand.
Well, Louis, where are you pulling your bluffs from before you click any buttons here? If you didn't think about queen eight?
Offsuit tens, offsuit jacks.
Like, it pulls from all of the offsuit combos, but it's like the trashy ones that you don't
And
mind
then
getting like 4-bet.
King
bluffed
five,
off of.
king six, king seven,
And then
queen
you-
five,
Yeah,
queen
yeah,
six,
like-
king seven.
From ace, you use the lowest, like as a general, then king a bit higher, kicker, it's like less, and with queen like. a
Yeah,
bit
it's gonna
higher
pull
and-
from all of these offsuits at some region,
Yeah.
like at some frequency. So
offsuit
like the
jacks,
queens
offsuit
are in there.
tens, 5, 6, 7, 5,
Yeah.
6, 7.
I notice like with kick, like because queen is worse than king, then you can use a bit better,
Yeah, you got like jack
better
7, 10,
kicker
7,
and
10,
then,
6.
yeah.
And then you have that
Uh,
weird thing where king three and king
I'm
three
just,
do it more than king four and queen four.
I've never done it with king eight or queen eight. What about you, Gavin?
I honestly, I'm working on these in my game. I don't
Are
find
you
them
out-
enough.
Are
I'm
you
I'm
out there?
finding them better.
still
I'm
giving
trying to find
people the
these.
Business with queen eight off?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
I am. I'm
Okay.
trying to.
Okay,
Absolutely.
alright. I don't doubt it.
Oh,
Yeah, just
Wait.
fold. See, this is. I would be doing a lot of calling here,
Yeah, calling, I think it's.
but I could see merit in pulling from the offsuit tens also.
I don't think it's a squeeze, but I think king ten could be or ace ten. This one never.
I am not finding it. I'm calling. I think it's, the queen's probably bad. You're probably right. You probably want more of a king.
No, you don't want any
No,
ten.
you want a nine.
Then,
You want a
then
nine.
it is like, oh, worst offsuit opens,
Yeah.
you don't want to have a,
Yeah, you're right.
from
Cuz this
there.
is the hijack before we were looking at the low jack, so things move down a pip.
then I think it was a bit deeper.
It
40 or
was
something.
40.
So,
It
so
was-
you want some board coverage like even for like 10, like it's not, no, you don't
You
get
can,
it.
you can
Just
fold.
fold,
Yeah,
You
can
fold.
just fold. Don't do it, Louis.
Yeah, like
Daddy.
you can hit double blocker to his backdoor flush draws and straight draws and 2 overcards to a 6.
All good reasons to fold.
Okay, okay.
I think Louis just likes building the suspense sometimes.
No.
I
This
would
could
be calling here.
probably
Hijack's
not
too
against.
early.
This isn't a fold.
No, it's but is it a 3-bet?
It's not a fold. You could call or 3-bet.
Yeah, I was kind of,
I think there might be a sliver. Not a
I
lot, so.
was, contemplating a 3-bet, but I think hijack's just too early position. It's not really a steal. I like calling.
It's never a fold, Louis.
I'm in it.
We went through this last week.
I know, I'm
Hey
still.
Louis, we got a nice little plug in the chat, by the way, if we wanna work on some 3-bet pre-flop.
Woo.
That
Yeah.
that 100% never fold there was also 0.01 chips for the call. Just pointing that out.
Peter, the business, the likes, comment. Nice work.
Nice work.
Nice,
Nice
very
work.
nice.
There you go.
We've been doing 3-bet studies for the last few weeks, and we'll be continuing 3-betting tonight.
I've seen
Great.
what Peter's been capable of. He gave somebody quite a noodle job with ace-8 last night. It was very impressive.
Oh, the 3-pair. I wanna blast. I wanna bet 3.25. No, you know what? Let's get serious. I wanna bet 5.
I think when we do have bets, we might be betting bigger than that.
We just try it out. Oh, you wanna overbet, Joey? No.
I don't know about this combination, but I know we're gonna have some over bets in range.
So let's bet 5. Nope. That was not.
Yeah,
great.
this combo doesn't do it, but if you check the range, we do have some.
That was not great.
So I think you're gonna want like something,
Hearts?
maybe like a 4 or a 6.
Wow, look at
With
this.
a heart.
Look at this. But it's
Yeah,
never
man.
5. It's never 5.
Oh, wow.
You're in the neighborhood. Yeah,
It's
you're in the
just
neighborhood.
like
200%.
It's just like, yeah. Going full scam here. Yeah. With 9s. 7s. 8x, 7x, basically, and 10x.
So all those jack sevens that are bluffing, they all have a heart.
Probably.
The red one is the jack and the orange one is the
Yeah.
7.
Uh,
No, they just mix.
so
Size.
7x, 8x with a heart. Even those. Overcard with a
Block
heart.
it continues.
Fake flush draw, fake straight draw. Get to bluff heart 6, 8. On the river.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice,
You wanna
nice.
block his, you wanna block his continues and not have an ace.
So basically, the turn comes and you can, if you just have one in your hand. You can basically bluff one street as if you have the flush draw. That's funny, right?
And this is just a fold now.
Huh. Wanna go king 8 against under the gun? I'm out.
Nope, I'm in.
Raise.
Jeez, you guys are crazy.
Why isn't
When'd
the
you
raise?
get so tight,
Even a
Louis?
bit.
It's under the gun.
It's UTG
And
one.
we're down to king 4.
Yeah,
It's UTG one and it's 8-handed. It's not that scary.
is it not?
king nine.
Ace
Queen
deuce,
eight.
king four, queen six, jack eight. It's every even number.
I'm
That's
too
how
short,
how I do
right?
it.
I'm thinking deeper stack in my mind, that's why.
Oh no, if you make it 80 deep, I think we still defend that.
So you're, of course, you're defending it. You're beating some of his opens. So,
I think this one was mostly a call.
yeah, sure.
Oh,
Yeah, but 50
What?
big blinds, you want some board coverage, so you're gonna find some offsuits from the broad west.
not a great turn, right?
A terrible turn.
Yeah,
Please don't tell me this calls. Okay, thank you.
Call.
I don't think you don't do a lot of three betting with suited hands. 50 big blinds deep in position.
Not from this region.
Blind against blind, kind of deep.
I think you just call, man.
Do you?
I think.
Yeah.
How many
I just-
flush draws do you raise here?
Maybe
Yeah,
the
but like-
best ones.
The
I mean,
bet
Ace
is
high
like
board,
a-
do we,
like a
I don't know.
pretty decent raise, but it's just like you don't have that many raises here, like two pairs
Right.
are rare and
yeah, I
I
think
don't know
with the
if we get
raise
to
call,
raise.
Oh,
the small blind has more aces than we do.
so,
and he has the better raises and you have position, so like,
so we don't have the nut advantage, so we can't raise.
You just don't. I don't see
Yeah.
a lot of reason to bluff raise here. Like. yours.
Infrequently and more polar, right?
Yeah, I
yeah,
mean,
but
you're
like,
also.
but you can also see like if your value raise is like ace eight and ace queen, you could like, you can have pretty good bluffs too, because he's not gonna just jam.
You guys showdown now. I like checking, I think.
You might raise some like 10-9 off with a spade or something wonky. Or jack ten with the spade is probably an okay, that makes still a good call actually on the flop, I
I
don't know.
wonder if this is a value. No.
I don't think we bet thin for value here, and I don't think we turn the 7 into a bluff to try to get an 8 to
No,
fold.
it's not a bluff, but can you value?
I don't think it's thin value. It's just. It's just win.
Mhm.
All of the
No.
back door.
Can we raise some?
You might,
I don't
but
think
you
so.
also
Uh,
have a lot of 4, 5, 5, 6, so.
to be
you have,
honest,
like,
I
a
think
lot of
this is
flush shots,
a,
so
this
lot
is a
of
pretty
flush
good,
shots.
pretty creative option, I think, for a raise. I kinda like it.
Yeah, but like you have 5, 6, 6, 4, like you have a lot of
That's
times.
right. So that's the one thing I don't like about it is you're kind of dependent on an ace. Some of your outs are an ace and that's kind of what we're targeting for folds. So like what, Johannes is saying makes some sense where I think you don't want to rely on the wheel as much. You want to have like some, you'd rather
Yeah,
like the two help you as the draw as opposed to the ace.
But I think like, for example, like you're gonna pull from like wheel aces, but I just like, you have so many hands from this area. That
Yeah, like
this
5,
might
6
not-
makes, well, 5, 6 is like
Well,
direct equity.
This is
Yeah.
technically our nut low. So
I would not be surprised to see raising here. I think
Yeah,
eights,
but
a hand like
it's
eight,
also
6
like,
of hearts would be better
but
personally.
you are also like not raising that many hands, you don't have really
Just
two per
folds.
share. And
Right, so if you look at the range, you can kind of like. I don't think it's gonna wanna rely on the two as much. I think like maybe like 8, 6 of hearts is gonna be much more popular. Something
Like
that's,
Yeah, it's all over that 4-5.
Yeah, like yeah, your BL aces you can use as a bluff.
just
Ace high
don't wanna
board,
rely
king
on
high
this
board, we
deuce.
overfold against early position. And that's what's going on here.
Yeah.
We're just way overfold.
But you might raise this against later position maybe.
And a little bit of jack seven. We can play it here.
Yep, let's get that 0.02 EV.
It's a
Let's go.
fallacy, Scotty.
Large bet, but I still wanna raise.
Raise.
I mean, he's supposed to bet big on this board when he bets, right? So he's
Yeah.
polar.
Yeah, I don't hate
Polar,
raise.
if he's polar, you don't
Yeah,
wanna.
but
raise.
also like, but this has kind of advantage that it's drawing to the nuts. So you can sometimes cooler his random 7. Those call a bit more often, but this might still be a race because of an overcard and guts, so this like pretty good.
I just wanna
We
point out,
just
you're not drawing to the nuts. You're drawing to a really good hand, but it's not the nuts.
We just go click
Yeah,
it,
right,
on these, right?
yeah.
You would
seven
have to
nuts.
click it here, Canverse. Like as he sizes up, our raise lowers in not frequency,
Size.
percentage
Yeah, just
size,
go
yeah.
clicky LP.
I
Small.
think this is a call.
I don't hate call. I think. I do see a lot of merit in clicking it though. I don't know. I click
I
here
mean,
some
But in general,
Oh, it goes bigger.
no, it's a raise.
bigger.
But I mean, in general, we don't raise against polarized bets, right? Because
You raise less
Polarized.
frequently and smaller.
Well, and he's not super polarized here. It's half pot, right? So it's not
Right.
like somewhat polar, but it's not like super polar.
Yeah,
Yeah, to
Okay.
Ken's point, you can go change his flop bet, make it like a pot size and you'll see what you're talking about, Scotty. You'll still raise, but like this 55% will come out in favor of 33%.
like against the min bet, it might be like raising 20% or something, and now it's
Yeah, frequency
13,
wise.
and then it goes to like if it bets pots, then maybe it's 8 or something like that.
Yeah, so Louis, make him bet 5.05 on the flop when you get a chance. After you're done looking at what you wanna look at. So you see, after he bets 5.05.
Now
The
Jack 7
clicky,
folds.
Jack 7 comes out. And
Folds.
the clicky size does start to go up a little bit. It still uses some of this 55 though.
Yeah, but our range is much stronger.
Well, yeah, you need to continue stronger for sure. So the Jack 7 that we had, the one that has interaction with the flushes. Is still like, it's got vapors in there, but.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I'm checking. Hate to say it, like that might be bad, but we might do something else. but
Never checking.
You wanna
Ace is
check
kind
now?
of bad, man.
Feels bad.
No, it takes out all his flush combos.
This is amazing.
Doesn't take out his flush
We have
combo.
the jack. here.
He's still got ace, king of hearts and stuff like that, though. That's just not folding.
we picked up equity. Bet.
We did pick up equity. We did. I don't
That's-
know, man. I kinda like betting. I see merit for it.
Do you go
I
tiny?
just,
20%?
Bet 9. No, I bet 9. 8.9.
We check
what are
raise
your,
our jack
If
here.
you
on
are
the flop.
gonna bet on an ace, then it's because now you have more flushes and that's driving your betting. He has more aces, so you're like, if you are bluffing here, you're gonna go big. Not, you don't
I-
have like,
I kinda like smaller.
Yeah, but
for
14's too big.
I would
I
go
don't know.
like.
I don't know,
15.
like if I
Gonna
bet
be
I
a
would go
check.
small, but I would check.
I like 8.9. I like smaller or, well, I don't know, man. Honestly, I'm kinda lost here.
I'm lost.
Do you wanna price yourself in such that if he jams, you have to call with your jack of spades?
We
That's
check,
why I don't-
we
yeah.
check
No.
raise with our
but
spade.
he is
spade
not
complete,
jamming.
We just barrel.
Well,
Life
you
is
do
good.
barrel, but do you wanna go big and lose value from like 10x? By going too big?
What value do you think you have right now?
King ten.
What?
You're raising probably that king ten on the flop. But
Don't
like,
Right,
you
we did. We
but
checked
when
it.
there
What do
is
you do
ace,
with-
like,
There's a
Haley,
lot of
do-
words
don't you want
going on.
king 10 to
I'm
fold?
talking about, I'm targeting about targeting the cutoff's range.
Oh,
That's what I'm trying to explain, like, if you go too big, what are you like trying, are you targeting an ace? Is that what we're trying to get to fold here?
I don't know, man. In my mind, we have jack shit here and we just want him to fold. Anything he wants to fold, it's up to him. We're just blasting because we can, because there's a spade, but I just want him to fold.
like if you're gonna
Jack
bet here,
nine,
I'm
no
pretty sure
spade.
your line is gonna be like bet like donk and jam the river
Actually, I
with your
think the,
values.
I
Then
think the
you're gonna
best
check.
si- I'm sorry. I think the best sizing is actually in between 8 and 14. Around 11, it's more geometric.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
If we had the flush, we would be going.
Nine.
Yeah, I saw a lot more merit in a small bet or a check than going too big.
Yeah, and I was
Yeah.
shifted towards
Okay.
9 when I added up the size
check.
and then river
we never
jam.
back off.
Alright, all you can eat. Hope he doesn't have a king or a queen.
Alright, so here's an interesting question.
I
Do we
might
go
bet
for
small
value?
here.
Of
I
How-
think
course.
you might just jam it here.
I'm jamming. What else you gonna do? When you tried, this is what we were playing for. We got here. Now we can't chicken out.
Like, you're
Well,
gonna
not
get
chick-
value from
gonna get
worse
cord.
flushes. You're gonna get value from straights, maybe. You're gonna get value from, what's he do with like a set here?
I would bet 4.5 and fold to a jam.
I'm
Dude,
never.
you are inviting disaster, blocking and then
That's,
folding to a
Yeah.
jam.
Danny, Danny.
That
All
is,
in,
I don't
all
like
in.
that at all,
Yeah,
but
Alright.
maybe it
That's what
does.
you do with a king.
If I block, I'm calling off.
No,
Sorry.
a king's all in. Are you crazy?
What's wrong with check call and let him bluff?
I think you might
He's,
just
he, like
misvalue.
you're targeting his ace on the turn, he's gonna check down the ace, so you're losing.
Watch it, watch Danny be right.
what about just value betting 10?
Yeah, you have to
I
value
would
bet this.
be, I don't hate 15, to be honest.
If we bet 15, he has to call with every flush, with every kind of ace he has, two pair, blah, blah, blah.
Might be good.
So it's like either we go full grade, which I think is a great option, or we go small.
So we only have 64% pot size bet left, right? We have a flush. It's decently high. Like,
You
I don't
got-
know.
It's
gotta
probably just
essentially
all
the-
in.
I feel like you gotta go all in. Oh, we blocked. it.
Danny's response was good. Alright, hey, to be fair though, alright, so click small and then make him jam. What do we do versus jam?
I'm calling.
All,
I'm not folding versus jam.
Me either. I block bet to get him to induce.
I'm gonna
Induce what?
vindicate you, right? I'm gonna vindicate you right here, Danny. Let's see.
Yeah, calls.
I would think it calls.
Yeah. But
would
like in game, I'm folding.
Do any- Do any spades fold? No.
Alright, so like, instead, I would
No.
say, I agree with your exploitative change there. I would just think though, if you're gonna take an exploitative line instead of like. Kind of making the bed, giving them an like you're giving them a softball pitch to bluff you, essentially is what you're doing. Like, I would just size up so. They don't have that opportunity.
Mm.
But if you're gonna call,
but what,
you bet
But
But
small.
if you're gonna
bluffs-
call, yes,
what
Scotty, if you're gonna
natural
call,
bluffs does he have there? Like, is he gonna turn some pair into a bluff?
maybe. Maybe a
Solver is
straight.
probably, but like population is not, they're just checking it down if they have like a 10. Population is never turning it into a
I
bluff.
would call this.
You wanna call?
I do wanna call
Yeah,
this.
call.
So what about king 8 offsuit?
I wanna fold.
What about king 8 suited?
I wanna call.
King 9 offsuit?
I'm indifferent. I think this is the floor, king 10.
This is the floor?
I
Okay,
think, I don't know. I'm guessing.
okay. I'm with you.
20 big,
man.
yeah, 20 big blinds is a lot.
King eight suited.
Chippy V call.
I do wanna call king
I
eight
do
suited.
Yeah, it's calling, I think.
King seven suited.
Oh, man, come on.
I still call.
Call.
I'm probably still calling.
Wait, king
Oh,
six suited. Yeah, I fold king six
you
suited.
guys.
Why are you pushing me
All
to the limit
nine
here?
suited fold king eight suited.
Oh, you can't fold king eight,
Oh,
Scotty.
king
I
seven. Oh my god, you
You
guys.
can
I
fold king
did.
eight. You
I
can
did.
fold king eight.
I did.
King eight.
I thought it was,
I
I
regret
thought it
nothing.
was just gonna be sacrilegious to fold king nine there. But
Yeah.
actually, I guess it's just one of those things like at 20 big blinds, just the raw equity of the cards. I don't know. I guess the flush draw is not adding that much. Hey, I don't know. It seems kinda crazy. Seems kinda crazy to me.
Look at Jack ten over Queen ten.
Yeah, I don't know about the jack ten, queen ten thing. Like, I
Ah,
guess it's just splitting
Yes,
where
you
he's pulling
do.
it.
Yes, you do. You keep telling me that, the queen effect.
20 big blind jam range. Well, look at his jam range. Let's see what he's jamming. Small
Look at the
blind
queen
jam.
effect.
It's like small pocket
Small
pair,
pairs,
ace
small
X and a
wheel
few random
aces.
hands.
Yeah, when I look at this, nothing about this range inspires like having a queen is bad.
No, look at this.
Yeah, but the thing
But
is like
Actually, never
like
mind. That's it
Jack
right
Jack
there.
can. Yeah, it's a few bluffs, but like Jack 10 also has more straights. It's has
So-
probably better equity against
I guess we
Pocket,
found
pocket.
out also,
pocket fours.
I think it's a little bit thin on the suited kings here and we can see why, because it's bluffing all these as well. So king and queen is not great here when you're looking at calls.
Why does it matter what he does when he doesn't jam? Why does that
Yeah,
affect?
doesn't you're
affect
on,
his
yeah,
call?
you only care about the red.
Yeah, I don't understand why I care about the orange at all.
You see it? Same thing.
Yeah, I don't know.
But apparently like 8 is bad because he's jamming some 8-7 suited, which you really want him to have.
Yeah, I mean, to your point, Scotty, jack ten and queen ten feel like the same hand almost versus a ace four offsuit, right? I mean-
Jack ten has a little more equity than queen ten against ace four offsuit.
Maybe that's it right there, actually.
Yeah, it has more straight draws
One straight.
slide. But they were both still mixing, so it really doesn't matter,
Oh.
like, even if it was tiny slice with Clinton, I think.
Maybe check raise. Don't check fold. Oh, we big. Fold?
It's not fold. What if he bets
Wow.
small?
I think you
We don't
might
fold
continue
small.
versus small. Huh.
This is gonna go first in the race before going into call. Probably.
So fold.
You have to go really small, which it's probably just not taking one big blind on this texture. Easy call.
Easy fold. Even against 1.2.
What do you do with
So
queen
this
four of
hand,
hearts?
I
This
was gonna
is
say queen
calling.
four of hearts feels like a raise, cuz you have 3 to a straight on the top, 3 to a straight on the bottom. Also, like,
Nope.
I
Yeah.
think like jack four, queen four, 10-4, those are like secret hands here.
Yeah.
That people probably miss.
And then
Not of clubs.
because we have a
Not
four,
of
we
clubs,
need to
no.
continue or no?
I think you might just continue as a call. We overfold ace and king high boards though, so maybe not.
Against early positions. Against this guy.
Yeah, but they are still good for any position, but of course it's better for under the gun, but You're overfolding even against the button, but just not as much.
So just a
Yeah.
fold, and then let's look at queen
Yep.
four of hearts.
Queen four of hearts does, it is not folding.
It is just folding. Phew,
Is it?
Jack four of heart folding. 10-4
Yeah.
folding. We need spades to play.
Yeah, I mean, spades is direct equity. Cool.
Um. Pretty cool, right?
Never fold that, not even 7-3.
Louis check raise.
I could see check
Wow.
raising this combo. Maybe. I don't know on this texture, though.
Like
Don't like
you don't
diamonds.
have like the deuces.
I do
You
a lot
only
of
have
check raising
fours
on
and
this
you don't
texture
have
in
like
game.
that many values. Only a 4. I think
Yeah, but we can double barrel a lot of turns, like a 3, a 7, a 5, a 6.
yeah,
I
but
don't
I
know.
mean those are gonna
Probably
be
not an ace.
yeah.
Fold.
Right, let's take a look at this one in hearts.
Heart,
Yeah, see if we do it with the hearts with that one. 7-3. There we go.
Yeah, it's the nuts if you have hearts.
Yeah.
Call.
And we don't do it very much with the spades, because we don't wanna get bluffed off. We don't wanna get.
You were
folded.
only like 25 effective or something, so yeah.
check again, right?
Yeah, checking. And notice this is ace king board, so his check range is still crushing you. It's like 60% equity for him, so its check range is like 58.
Fold. Has it.
Now you could raise
7, right? Or 5.
small, I think, because you're
What? Did it say fold 75%? Really?
yeah. I mean,
Is that not a bit nitty?
you get to be nitty when it's good part for low check.
You're,
Yeah, short stack.
yeah, you're 25 effective, like your raises are coming from equity driven combos, like this backdoor stuff just is gonna have a hard time hanging on like a polarized turn bet, right? So instead of backdoors, you're picking front doors. Instead of 3 to a straight, 3 to a flush, you're picking from the 5x a little bit more.
And it's the thing that you said, Louis, defends mostly by raising. When it defends,
Yeah,
it raises almost 4 times as often.
Unless you have the stone cold nizzles.
Yeah.
Now this could be a 3, but 60 big
I-
point deep.
I doubt it's pulling from the suited connectors in the big blind.
deeper stack.
I think it's gonna pull like from the suited connectors, like, oh
Mm.
no, you're right, it definitely is. Look at this. I had this completely wrong.
60 big point
I
deep.
thought it was gonna be like more button, maybe small blind strategy. I thought it was just gonna have no, it pulls from all of these. Okay, cool.
No,
Another plug for the Peter sesh.
Yep.
Should work on it every week.
Yeah, it's funny, like you can do this stuff like as frequently as we do, like we do a lot of studying and, still always find spots that you're screwing up.
This game is so big, right? So tough to remember everything.
So do
Mhm.
you think it's jamming sometimes?
I do think
Jamming.
this jams. I do think this jams sometimes.
This is crazy. Don't we three bet a little bit?
I don't think you three bet because like for the big blinds, your three bets are gonna be
No.
like hands only values. Your bluffs
Crazy.
are,
It does pull from this region
I
some,
think
like,
king
yeah,
can
it does.
suit it.
It's gonna be
King
like
can suit it,
depending.
right? No. No,
maybe from the button. And it may
Yeah,
be a little,
button
it
it's a
may wanna
bit,
be a little bit deeper. Like if it's 60 or 50 from the button, you might see some of the shenanigans.
oh, it's all in.
Yeah, you told him to jam.
Yeah, but I'm curious if it's, if button opens, are you jamming this one? Because for the big blinds against the button, you have for sure jams. Against cutoff,
think-
the range was super small.
I think the raises we've seen from like the jack ten, queen
Button
ten,
is jamming
king ten.
if button
button.
opens.
Is it jamming?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. See, okay, I knew it pulled from that region sometimes, but you really want the wide range.
Queen, king seven.
Yeah.
Right. King seven
Look at those-
suited is the
look at those
magic.
savages.
Yeah,
It would also do it more if we were in ICM as opposed to Chippy V.
Yeah, perhaps that's correct, Joey.
ICM you're generally jamming less.
Look at those deuces.
They never lose.
Until they lose.
Until they do.
Until you play them.
Yep. It's all fun and games till you actually VPip deuces.
Hey, this is good.
Check, 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 check. We got a bet here. Four.
Bet one.
Yeah, let's bet thin for value.
I don't even know if you get, I think you might be able to even go larger than one. You're gonna get called from like king highs, maybe like worse pairs. I kinda wanna go like maybe 3.
Free.
Oh,
No, it's just one.
one big blind bet.
You guys right. One big blind.
Just to annoy.
You're targeting king high. See, he had pocket nines. We were gonna get paid though.
We were.
Call.
Alright, so think about low jack. What do you think the top end is? You think it's gonna be more king 10 or king jack from the low jack?
For a three bet?
King ten. Wait, what?
Mhm.
What do you mean the top? What are you asking?
I'm sorry, we're 60 deep. I was thinking from 40, like, it's not gonna really pull from the offsuit, but if we're a little bit more shallow, let's say 40. Where do you think it's three betting from?
King, queen,
Oh,
King nine,
king ten, king queen.
ace
I would-
nine.
I would do eights and nines.
It
You
looks
get
like it's
one
pulling
way.
from tens and nines. The jack's not good, the queen's not good.
Queen's not good.
Cause the bottom of low jack range is 10-8.
Right, yeah. This is also 60. I was saying like if we were like 40, I'm surprised it's actually still even pulling from that region. At 60.
Okay, so we go with a calling. Check the flop. Facing a bet,
Call.
always a call. Turn,
Dunk.
There's some donking here,
Donk alert.
and this is the
donk
have
alert.
it.
Alright, so what size are you guys donking?
5.
I don't hate 5 just because we
Five.
need to put some work in if we're gonna get all the chips in. And I don't know if that little too big blind bet's gonna do the job.
I don't think we can get all the chips in, but I think 5 is our best effort. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
let's do.
Five.
It
And
does.
it never checks. It's 100%.
Yeah,
Oh,
Alright, I'm all in.
all the cookies. Nope,
Seems
No,
No,
seems a
it's
bit
not
greedy.
jamming.
fun thing.
Right. And
Seems
This
a
is
bit
like
greedy.
actually like
oh, I thought you were
bad
jamming.
because like his hero card.
Well,
We
we
just
King
instant
X.
fix it.
Oh,
Yay,
Yes,
call off and lose to pocket kings. Let's do it.
Yeah, I don't
Crush
think we win
pocket.
now. No, we
We-
still win.
We win. He was slow playing his full house from the beginning.
Where was he slow playing it? There was
He
no
had a
stream
full
that he
house.
slow played it.
yeah, black money went in on
What are you
every.
supposed to raise our donk? Hell no.
I know, just saying, we got very lucky.
so it went check, check. The deuce came on the turn. Can we bet?
I don't think this hand's
Uh-oh.
gonna really
No.
wanna bet.
No, deuce is not
Need a
including
5.
any hands.
No, a five or a spade, we would have bets.
Heart, you'd have bets too, probably.
Raise sometimes, maybe, but rarely.
Maybe. This might actually raise some. I'm calling here, though.
Call.
So now it's gonna be like,
Ooh, no, I'm not calling anymore.
no?
Too big.
Not Joey?
You have to call like some, but.
Alright, so do you
maybe-
think
do
the
you have
ten's
at least
good?
buffer?
You think the ten's good here or the ten's bad? Like, if you were gonna fold the 7, which ones would come out first?
10 is bad.
I think it's bad.
10
I
is
think
bad.
not having spades and not having hearts is good. But I think the 10 is bad, and I think if there's gonna be a 7 that folds. It's definitely gonna be this one.
But I don't think like there is like a single blocker that's like super relevant because he has all the flush draws and all the straight draws, so.
The relevant ones are gonna be the ones that block his like bluffs, right?
Let's take-
So
let's- If we call any sevens and this, let's do
you
this.
you probably call the ones with like a little bit of extra juice, I would think.
Yeah, Need was calling a bit of this too, so.
So like A7 is kind of an interesting one, I think.
Yeah,
It's a
ace-
really big bet is the
What
problem.
about like the 7-8, the ones that don't block like the 7-8?
So
Well, king
like,
seven's two pair. Ace seven still has an over.
Right. So the 10-7 offsuit doesn't do it.
yeah, 10-7 offsuit's not great.
9-7, right, but
Yeah, but it's the 8-7 that
look at the 9-7 and the
flush
8-7.
draw.
They do.
is 8-7 the one with the flush draw. Like of course you're not gonna
Not
8-7
the
of
flush.
hearts.
Oh, yeah, on the suited side. I'm saying on the
Yeah.
offsuit side.
Yeah.
We call. And we have to block, and I assume that the 8-7 and the 9-7 have to block the spades or the hearts. Click on the offsuit 9-7.
But do you want
Mm,
because it's his bluffs might be, so.
You
It's a
seem
bit
right.
tricky.
It seems right, Scotty.
Yeah.
It doesn't like
Oh, it likes,
a
it likes,
spade.
it likes diamond club too. It likes no blockers.
You want the
Yeah.
backdoor flush blocker over the front door flush blocker is what it looked like there.
Okay. Call the big bet. Absolutely. Don't raise.
I.
Pair and a
So
flush
like,
draw, pretty short. Okay, yeah, always a call.
yeah.
What are you gonna say?
I was gonna say like, when we're short, like you're raising more equity driven stuff. So like. It's just an ace high board though, so it's just not gonna be
Yeah.
raising.
But
Feels
thi-
like it's just too strong.
This
Yeah,
is
well,
an
it
old-
is too strong.
this is an old time shove.
I like how you call it an old time shove.
Us old guys used to,
And then
Get greedy
it's
with hands
always
like
like a
this.
slow
Ah,
play.
pair and a
Yeah.
draw. Don't raise all in, pair and a draw.
Oh my goodness, what happened? It was much
You've had a good
better,
hand and now you
much
don't have
better
a
in
good.
the old days.
Check fold. Alright.
No.
We
Ace
lose.
of-
he rivered us.
We needed to check raise all in. Old school. Would have worked.
Call.
Okay, a 6.
Are you raising this sometimes?
You wanna raise?
Oh,
Maybe not. Facing the second barrel, having a king. It's probably bad here. What do you
It's
think?
still an overcard to queen, so
Yeah, I think it's a call because we have an overcard.
I think it's a fold at this point.
I won't argue with that either, but
Because of the size and then our stack depth and then everything. And then I think the king is bad here. Cause we block king 10, we block all the king that missed.
call it for, okay.
Gonna go refill my coffee, just a quick second. This here. Oh. Check, what is it gonna do? Ooh,
now you cry. I'm
Oh.
called, but you cry.
that's a big one.
He's gonna get us to fold this by the river. This is terrible. We have to lose a lot of money. Call.
So we gotta call once, right?
Yep, we haven't lost enough money yet on this.
Not
I
yet,
haven't
right?
lost
Yes.
enough money.
It's coming, right? But we're gonna do it clean. So we
I'm calling 3 times most likely.
Yeah,
Three
calling
times.
all the ways. You have blocker to his values. Like you're even raising this.
Oh
sometimes.
yeah, we're calling down.
calling down.
Yeah,
London
Buckle
Bridge,
up.
calling down,
Okay,
calling.
now this.
Bad
is-
river.
wait,
man,
now it's like probably starting to
Ugh.
mix. But
now it's like indifferent.
yeah, now
Yeah.
it's. gonna
Now,
be
no
probably
one is
different.
as courageous.
The 8 of spades was a horrible card.
It is, right? Flush
Yeah.
thing,
Time to
Mm,
fold.
straight card.
Yeah, 10-9 got there.
Would you
It's just-
rather call with king 10 here or king 3?
King 10.
King 10.
King
Well,
10,
the
we
relevant
blocked,
straight.
we blocked the straight.
Eh. I don't know.
Yeah,
10's
right.
kinda indifferent for me. It blocks a lot of bluffs too.
King 3 doesn't bluff and, but doesn't block anything at least, right?
Right.
So,
Yeah, but King 10.
I'm not convinced we
You
fold
might
here.
be like, yeah, I mean, it's probably mixing and mostly calling. Like you need to still call like most,
Dude,
like
I'm
2/3 of your range.
folding. I'm folding, you crazies.
Yeah, like you need to call 2/3 of your range, and it's your butt catching. Yeah, but see how great King 10 would have been because it's beating some of his values or splitting at least.
Ten. Why don't we have king 10? We raised it on the
Because you
flop.
raise it. Yeah, you were raising this one 10% of the
Mm.
time on the flop King 10 you are. It's nuts.
hmm. Alright, let's move on.
King deuce called more than king 3.
Uh-oh. Big bet, short stack, ace high, broadways. We Got a call, but this is not good, right?
Don't we raise this or not?
You have nuts. You have
You're
That's
short
and-
stack. You might be able to raise this. I mean, you're gonna raise the
Raise,
front
get
doors
it
more than the
in.
back door. You have a gut shot. I mean, I don't know. I would just raise.
You can call it off, right? I mean, if you raise and he jams on you, you're gonna call.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
So I think it gets way harder to call a polarized bet on the turn when it like the deuce of diamonds rolls off. Like
Yeah.
you call and then the deuce of diamonds comes off and then he just jams.
And then
Oh,
you
like-
fold.
Then
and
you fold.
Save
It's
money.
easy.
Right, so do
I mean,
you
you
wanna be
can
folding?
also like check jam any turn,
That's
basically.
what I'm saying though, like, do you wanna fold that kind of equity on the turn as opposed to like,
We could,
But
I
he's
feel
not
like-
jamming the turn.
I feel like playing the aggressor is just gonna be easier for our equity realization when we
You
have like
can-
this much in our pocket.
How
Yeah,
much
but
is
you
the
can
aggressor?
call the flop and jam on the turn when he.
but we
hits
can't,
the turn.
he's gonna bet 5 into 10 and we jam for 15. It's like, we don't have that much fold equity if we jam.
But you have equity, like, he's gonna fold something, and you have equity.
What about check jamming now?
What is your value that wants to check jam?
Ace,
You're gonna jam.
spade,
I think you do
Like
have some
which
jams.
ace you are going to check jam here?
Ace deuce
ace
suited.
nine.
Ace four of diamonds.
I wouldn't want to jam, then he's only gonna call with like better ace.
No, it's a lot of draws.
Ah,
Queen ten.
I'm
King,
team
queen of
6.
hearts, ace.
If you're only beating his draws, then just call it down and
Nah, you're short, I mean.
Just calls.
When
Yeah,
it
his
raised,
his
yeah.
value is gonna be too resilient to raise here at this stack to pot ratio.
So isolate, okay, look, it does do a lot of check jamming and it is pulling. It's just with the gut shot, you have too much equity, so it's resilient to calls. But like typically raising your draws here is fine.
and raise jamming them. All those jams
Ra-
are spades, right? That king
Yeah.
eight. No, they can't all. Look at the king seven.
So
Oh.
like,
Oh, we're only looking at the spades. Okay,
No,
yeah,
we're
this-
looking at
this is-
hearts.
we're looking at hearts.
Oh, no.
Let's look at everything.
so
And
for,
look at those kings. Let's see what. Spade, 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 spade. No hearts.
all spades.
alright, so do this now, Louis. Give him a small bet and play call. And then give him a really big bet on like a deuce of diamonds and let's see how our flushes play. Okay, we played check and now he should have some polar sizings here. Not really a bunch of jamming, but there is some. Like if he finds a pot size bet or something, there's not really much in here. Like
Little
I
bit of
feel
some.
like 6.2, we're gonna be able to continue with everything. Like you're not gonna, 6.2 is not gonna bring enough heat for all of the flush draws.
yeah, and now this queen 8 happily jamming on the turn.
Yeah, the smaller ones are starting to fold.
Right,
This
so
one is
like queen
perfectly happy
seven,
jamming.
queen seven, queen six, queen five. So we are actually just like, look at that, like, are we all finding folds with queen seven, queen six, queen five here?
And
Rare,
jam queen four? No.
not really. To bluff or not to bluff? Probably not, right? We need the heart.
Mhm,
Yeah, I
probably
think
not.
spades are the worst suit to bluff.
We could,
Yeah, but I guess large sizing, like you don't have that much like random offsuit stuff.
alright,
Or like your random offsuit stuff is also gonna be draws and that's also blocking like against the polarized sizing, you don't just have like the random crap with good blockers.
Raise.
Good.
Why aren't we ever playing the raise node?
Cause it's not a good combo to raise.
It was
Yeah, it
20%, bro.
Yeah.
You can raise this.
18.
Same
I've
thing.
You out there raising jack nine off?
20%
Like a
of the time.
savage animal.
Yeah, savage. Savage. So.
It unblocks the eights.
You wanna play a 3-bet?
It's okay. Next time.
Enjoy.
We're gonna get the same flop,
Oh, same flop.
then I wanna play 3-bet. Continue.
Oh, wait, this is really interesting.
I like playing
Super
check.
coordinated.
Check
This might
makes
have some
sense.
checks. But like you're still 3-bet pots and not that you're gonna bet a lot, but this probably has some checks this pot.
Wow.
I kinda wanna play check again.
Yeah,
Call,
Call.
or you're
definitely call.
you are winning against the bluffs and you can improve against the values.
Ooh,
I like blocking.
Or check.
I
You
think you
don't
go
have a huge.
small.
How many nines do you actually have? Like you have this combo and this combo.
I would go small.
I think this
Like
is just a
3 or
check,
11?
check, jam.
I like 3.
At least 11.
I would go 3 because I want him to be able to raise as a bluff and you kinda box that out when you go bigger and bigger and bigger.
Okay,
Checking and jamming is a reasonable option too.
Yeah, that's where I was at. Check raise.
So are you calling or
just-
jamming this?
You probably
No,
just jam.
So on
call.
that board,
Alright.
you have straights and trips and full houses. So your trips are gonna be the ones that wanna get that value, so they're gonna bet 3 or the slightly bigger size. And then your full houses are gonna play check jam there,
Seems good.
right? Your straights are just gonna go for a big bet because they can get called by trip nines.
Call.
And then you
Hmm.
cry and fold.
I like folding too.
Like you rather call with some random 3 or 4 because you
Mhm.
have more house to improve the 2 pair.
alright.
Is-
Hey, how long until the mystery day 2?
3
Uh,
hours.
yeah, you got 3 hours.
3
You
hours.
got, let's
Let's
see how
make it-
many flights you got left. You got 3 flights left, Louis.
Nice.
Raise. Never raise. Don't raise.
One
Dude,
of
they're
which
gonna
has-
get like $100 out of me just for these things. It's so absurd. I probably already have, to be honest.
We fall here?
Yeah,
He double pocket his aggro fast draws.
Interesting. What are we gonna do?
This might raise sometimes.
Call,
call or raise.
Just a call?
call.
Deuce raises quite.
I
a
think
lot
the
I
too.
king
like-
of hearts is call. If we had like jack two of hearts, it might raise a bit.
It's also like low jack, so you just generally have very little raising on this ace high.
Okay. So we really need spade to raise.
You're raising deuce 5. Deuce 3.
Yeah, some of the worst twos.
No, it's actually like best. It values the backdoor straight draw better, so it's like considers it better to.
What's the deuce seven then? Doing there.
Seven deuce, never lose.
Seven deuce, it was doing the raise on seven deuce, not the king.
It's like it's probably just like you can improve. That you want some hands that improve like on 7, and what else are you gonna use?
But you don't want any hands that improve on 9?
You have some that improve but like you with 9 you have probably a bit more like some straight draws and it wants a bit, but
What? Majority call here and some all in? All in is ridiculous, no?
Yes,
why?
I mean.
How?
It's going.
You have a
crazy.
5x you can,
Ah,
jam.
yeah, it's ripping every 5 there.
so you need a lot of buffs too.
It's a lot of
So it-
chips.
So it wants to bluff with sometimes when it doesn't have a 5. So danglers to the 5
Yeah, you just gotta find lots of,
or pairs on the board.
yeah,
Well,
you have
the-
so much value here, you just gotta find a lot of bluffs.
And the pairs make sense because you block the sets.
Yeah,
Mhm.
call.
So
Nail it.
you smashed it. 3 deuce, okay.
now you might be raising.
Did I see some lead here?
Yeah,
What?
I wasn't expecting any leading on this board.
Okay, so
Oh, it's just tiny slivers.
it's just because it's not ran down.
Probably. She raise.
Now we're out, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Fold.
Alright,
Get bluffed.
50 big blinds. Are you? Yes, raise.
Ooh,
majority.
oh yeah, we're over 40. Suited connectors do it.
Okay. Check. That pretty big.
But he overbet the pot.
I think we just call then.
Raise, raise, raise,
Oh.
raise.
Not against an overbet.
Not against an overbet, you don't raise.
It's raising a lot against overbets, but apparently not this one.
We're losing to all the other 9s. And he'll overbet those. I mean, we beat stuff too, but
Yeah, check, but check time starts to raise.
the 10 might not be great either.
I think Danny had it right.
Do
Three
we,
pairs.
do we donk after an overbet?
Yes.
I
Is it
don't
three
think
pairs? We
so.
have a 9.
Yeah, but like.
No, we don't have
overbets
any
are-
3s though.
You don't have that many threes, like you have some for board coverage, but like not a lot.
We could do it small. We're gonna call this guy, right?
Yeah,
Or go on in. Huh,
Oh, I'm never doing that. Why are we going all in against a polarized range?
you're just running your equity for the times that he's like overplaying spades or like. He's gonna have queen jack of spades and stuff like that sometimes.
oh, look at this. Look at these shenanigans. We're always supposed to call on or never gonna win. Great,
I think we're folding now.
we're never
No,
folding.
no.
Game
way.
is folding.
If we block bet and he shoves,
Yeah,
Fold.
not this one.
So
Yeah.
Top of
Fold
your
it, yeah.
range.
The
Fold
Like,
spade,
you are even supposed to be mostly jamming this, like, it's a miracle. This is like really top of your range.
easy call. I knew we were gonna lose. I knew it.
Yeah, but like jamming against balanced polarized range is like not that terrible because he also has more bluffs, which the polarization hurts your range, but more bluffs kind of helps your range too.
So. Blind against blind, Galen, you here?
What's up?
Blind versus blind violence.
Oh, an easy one. How do we get our stack in?
It's not hard, man.
He
Two,
raised and then
four,
checked.
Bet two.
large.
We
Well,
could
I think
bet-
we could
If
bet,
and
I think we bet
exactly.
big
bet-
here, don't we?
We could bet two.
You could probably bet big. I don't know. I would
Yeah.
bet two.
Two's
hey,
geometric.
bet two or bet four?
No, but this isn't a board we wanna stab a lot against like raise check, so we wanna bet big, more polar, I feel.
I would bet
No,
six.
6. You're going geometric.
Oopsie,
Nope. Good play.
Call.
Call.
Cacao.
please don't call.
Check fold.
Oh, Buster.
Call.
What?
No, not call,
Never
raise.
call, raise sometimes,
Raise.
not a lot.
It's like the 6-4 from earlier, huh?
Ba-na-na-na-na-na.
Na.
This one's easy.
Check, check. Oh, check again. Bet.
Oh,
I guess
Call.
we are done. Yeah.
I'd call 1.
Oh, Joey. Yeah, stop set. Don't do it.
He had top set this time.
I'm not polarizing here, especially this deep. So the
Yeah.
deeper you get,
You're
you
probably raising some for board coverage, like 10-9 is a pretty good board coverage and
I
The
disagree.
Probably some.
connectors.
Highly disagree. This is always a check. You wanna raise 10 deuce here.
No, I
He raised
think he's
10-9
raised-
suited here. 10-9 suited, I think would raise quite a bit.
10 9,
Okay.
10 deuce.
the 9s are the only
Yeah,
ones
pure.
that don't.
Yeah.
And the offsuit side, the only ones that don't get it are 9s. I like 1.
Why one?
The check.
Hmm.
Now
I would also bet
call.
1, I think. Or 2 even.
And on a jack, well. Well,
You don't
well,
wanna value, you don't wanna value bet?
No. Your 9 doesn't even play.
It's
No.
blind versus blind, though.
oh,
It
you're
is.
right, you're right. Gotta bet a little bit. Alright, we're gonna wrap it up for today.